the founder and CEO at SolarMonkey. I founded SolarMonkey about 6 years ago. Before that, I was a strategy consultant in the UK. For education, I'm a background in mechanical engineering, sustainable energy technology. And previously, I also founded 2 companies. One exited through a sale, and one other has bled to debt. So I saw both sides of the coin, but still doing what I love to do, and that is being an entrepreneur in sustainable energy. So what we do at SolarMonkey is we accelerate the solar energy transition. And how we do that is by helping installers, solar PV installers, to work much more effectively by offering them software, their business process software, to do things much more effectively. And to fuel this mission, we are looking for a 5 million investment. And before diving into what we do exactly, please allow me to elaborate a little bit on the solar market. And as you might know, these markets are booming. Solar may well be the world's leading electricity supply by 2050. And we've seen a growth in installed solar capacity from 23 gigawatt peaks per year to 138 gigawatt peaks per year in less than 10 years' time. And the markets are expected to grow further to more than 250 gigawatt peaks per year by 2025, reaching a 200 billion euro market size. And we see an even faster surge with increasing gas prices, and also in Europe, an unfortunate war waging in Ukraine, so a larger demand for independent power. But in keeping up with this growing demand in solar energy, we see 3 bottlenecks. And first of all, the sales and quotation process is very inefficient. Take the traditional process where an installer has to visit a location, measure the roof dimensions, use their own calculation models, copy and paste things into a Word document and generate a quote from there. And it can take up to 5 hours on one single quote, and then take into account that you might have to send 5 quotes to close a single deal. After installation, there's very little aftercare. There are no service contracts in place, clients are often forgotten, and bad performing systems are left unnoticed. So a lot of solar energy potential is left unutilized, but also commercially upsell and cross-sell opportunities are left unutilized by those installers. And thirdly, the supply chain is very untransparent, and there are many disruptions. There are very many fluctuating prices, and it's very hard to actually find out which materials are still available against which price, and that gives a lot of challenges for installers to follow up on. So at SolarMonkey, we deliver solutions to solve those problems. And the first one is our bread and butter. So it's the design and sales products. So it allows our installers to remotely design a solar panel system, calculate the yields, generate a quote. It's super easy to use. So I'm pretty sure I can teach any one of you watching within 30 minutes how to use the software, design a solar PV system, and generate a quote. Whilst under the bonnet, we have very advanced calculation algorithms that give very accurate results. So we optimize the workflow and we slash the acquisition cost with over 60%. Then what we're also working on is an aftercare product. So monitoring solar panel installations after installation, optimizing the yield, but also allowing the installer to keep in touch with their consumer to make sure they can upsell and cross-sell and earn money on much more than solar PV alone. And then finally is what we call marketplace opportunities. Already with 350,000 unique addresses, quotes going through our software, there's a huge opportunity to link it to other services like ordering your hardware, ordering installation teams, or perhaps adding financial products to it. And again, there's a big opportunity. So SolarMonkey forms one software platform that basically brings the different parts of the supply chain together. So in total, we are looking at an 8.4 billion market opportunity. We aim to focus first on the design and sales product in Europe with 975 million of ARR opportunity. And why we're doing that? Because on the design and sales product, there's the biggest pain. So we believe we can achieve high penetration. We are already the Dutch market leader, well on our way in Belgium and Spain, exploring the rest of Europe. And then as soon as we got a good mode, we wish to further expand to other opportunities like aftercare and marketplaces. So in terms of competition, you might well be aware of Aurora Solar, USA party, raising a whopping 475 million investment. And I look at it 2 ways. So on the one hand, I look at it as, well, perhaps a threat of a competitor with a lot of money in the market. At the same time, we see there's a lot of market share still left in Europe. We don't see them there yet, meaning that we have a lot of opportunity to become the Aurora Solar of Europe.
Time is up. I'm sorry, Jan Peter.
Sorry. That was too...
No worries, no worries. Thank you for sharing. Let's bring our investor panelists back. Michael, Daniel. And do you want to tell us a little bit more about the raise real quick, Jan Peter?
Yes, so we are raising 5 million at the moment, already in negotiations with a couple of investors. So looking to close pretty soon. But yeah, things are still open on the table. So if there are parties wishing to learn more, there's still opportunity to do so.
Great. You want to kick us off, Daniel?
Sure. Could you talk a little bit more about competitive landscape and how you're differentiating yourself?
Yes. So there are a couple of things that make SolarMonkey unique. First of all, I tapped upon the fact that we are super easy to use. And that is very important because most of our users, they're not engineers, they are generally salespeople, people who work in call centers. So it needs to be easy to onboard, easy to use, and still with accurate and consistent quality. That's what we deliver. Then secondly, what makes it super accurate is that we don't just work from aerial imagery. Like under the imagery, we use 3D models that do automated shading analysis, that calculate the tilts of a roof. So there's quite an advanced calculation algorithm underneath. And thirdly, what sets us apart is the fact that we don't just do the design and the sales process, but we also monitor systems after installation, which again gives us the right information to optimize the design product as well.
Awesome. Help us understand the kind of customer feedback in more detail that you've gotten so far, and the go-to-market strategy in a little bit more detail that you're planning moving forward.
So we currently have about 500 customers distributed across 3 countries. And the feedback mainly is that, well, on the good side, it's super easy to use. And we really hear that in the market. And in terms that we could do better is we could be a bit more elaborate in the amount of features that we use. So we can definitely still improve on that. But again, it's software, so we are continuously improving and creating a better product. But I think the core of what we wish to keep is that it should be to the point, simple and easy and super effective.
Great, thank you.
You mentioned before you scale, you wanted to establish a bit more traction in a moat. What is your moat? What is there? Is there some type of network effect or flywheel here?
So there is some sort of flywheel. First of all, the moat is more about a very strong operational lock-in because we are really the core process of our clients. So they use our software for their sales process, to do the calculations, to generate the quote. It's integrated in their CRM and their ERP system. So the churn is pretty low. So it's around 1% per month, which is very low for a SaaS business. And then in terms of further expansion, well, what I mentioned is that there are other services that we can attach to the already existing platform. So in terms of strategy, we wish to first penetrate the market with the design and sales product, so be in the core processes of our clients, and then move on to adjacent services, increasing the revenue per account. So that's basically the flywheel as well. So one is increasing the number of clients. 2 is then after that, increasing the revenue per client. And there's a third component, and that is that the markets are just going like crazy. Like the markets itself are growing, our existing clients are growing in volume. And when they grow in volume, we grow in revenue as well.
Great, thank you. Who do you think of as your biggest competitors?
So our biggest competitor that we see in Europe is also a Dutch company. It's called 2Solar. I'd say they are our biggest competitor in Europe. I think in the longer term, maybe in 3 to 5 years' time, I think we'll see Aurora Solar more often, or perhaps Open Solar coming from Australia. I think those will be key competitors.
Last question on my side. What does your business model look like?
So we charge, we have subscriptions with our clients. So it's quite a typical SaaS business, and it's a volume-based subscription model. We always compare it to a telephone bill. So we don't charge seats, we charge usage, and we charge the number of projects they do. So the number of addresses, because we're really tailored to high volume, small scale systems. And the more projects you commit to per month, the lower the price per project. If you stay under your bundle in a month, that's too bad, you don't get anything back. But if you go over, you pay a bit extra. So it's pretty similar to buying minutes with your telephone account.
I think my last question for you is, why are you doing this?
How do you mean, why am I doing it? Like personally or as a business?
Take that how you will.
Sorry, Ed?
Take that how you will.
Why am I doing this? Well, let me take this from personal passion then. So why am I doing this is first of all, why we started SolarMonkey is because we saw a couple of things. We saw a solar market that was really starting to thrive, that we had a lot of passion for, because I really think it's a key technology for sustainable energy. I love working in sustainable energy because it's the right way forward. I want to be part of the future and build towards the future. But at the same time, we saw that processes were pretty traditional and old-fashioned. And I think any business starts with the idea of, we can do this better. So we started a software product that can do it better, and very passionate about rolling it out and helping our clients to actually do better. Does that answer your question?
That does answer the question, and you answered it the right way, going for it from the personal side of things. I don't have any more questions. Michael, Daniel, do you?
Just to the degree that you're able to share, can you tell me kind of what your customer acquisition costs and are today, and how they relate to the lifetime value of your subscribers or your users?
So the customer acquisition cost, of course, varies per region, but on average, if you average everything out, it's about €1,500 per customer. And the average annual revenue per account is €3,300. And well, seeing that the churn is 1% per month, that means a lifetime value of about 15 to 20K. Of course, always the duration is still a bit unsure, because, well, we were only there for 6-7 years yet. But yeah, we estimate a lifetime of about 20K per client.